referee Devin Campbell's the man in charge. CEDRIC, Cody Chhun. First title defense in. No, go ahead.
Oh, it's Cody Chhun switching up the name a little bit, going by his given name, CEDRIC, kind of embracing his Cambodian heritage. We saw earlier the Bollywood boys bringing their father to the ring, but nobody is closer to their family, closer to their culture than Cody Chhun, and this is his way of expressing that.
Told me recently that he's taken a lot more pride in representing Cambodia. He's one of maybe 4 or 5 other Cambodian wrestlers in the sport. And I asked him, what does that mean to him? The cultural roots. He said the Cambodian people, they're resilient. They remain strong despite at times some very, very trying circumstance.
Cambodian community very behind Cody Chhun.
Kevin Knight, again nicknamed the Jet, and if this is your first time seeing him, I'd imagine at some point in this matchup you'll see why he's got that nickname. But interestingly enough, Knight does not have a win here at DEFY yet. Imagine your first singles win is for a title.
And that's definitely something to flex on later. I think that speaks paramount to the amount of talent that DEFY has, that even somebody like a Jet Knight has a hard time racking up a lot of wins here in DEFY. I think Jet is a very accomplished wrestler. We've seen him perform all over the world on various platforms. In DEFY, they only have the best of the best.
We mentioned this earlier on in the event. You know, you can't come in here and obviously winning is going to rocket you to the top, but if you can have competitive matchup, maybe wrestle over what's expected, over what your perceived ability is, that's going to make the matchmakers here sit up and take notice and put you in more high-profile matches. I think Jet Knight certainly fits that bill. Most recently here at DEFY, we saw him in tag team action when he teamed up with Kushida in a matchup against the Bollywood boys. At the time weren't the tag team champions, but nonetheless. He's wrestled Filthy Tom Lawler, teamed up with Rocky Romero in a tag team title match against the Bollywood boys at DEFY's 50th event back in 2022. Had a matchup against Anthony Bowens that really clued some people into what Jet Knight is all about. And he's only gotten better since then. And one of the coolest things is that Jet Knight, you know why he's in wrestling. You know the story, don't you, Ethan?
I do. Why don't you let the Defiance know?
Well, as a fan, he said, he was a fan of it. He liked it. But it was watching a Swerve Strickland-Leo Rush match in the very early days of DEFY. That's what was the catalyst for Knight to begin training, and he saw that and he said, this is something I want to do. I think I could be pretty good at this. I think he guessed right.
Oh, he absolutely bet on himself. I remember meeting him that night and him explaining that he wanted to become a professional wrestler. What he could do to get started. I asked him, what do you have for an athletic background? He said, well, I'm a D1 athlete. And I said, well, then you need to start right now. You clearly have the tools. Now it's just time to sharpen them, and he has done that tenfold since he started. Whether it's training at the Buddy Wayne Academy, going to the New Japan Dojo in LA. I mean, this is somebody who, every time you see him, he's gotten 10 times better than the last time you saw him.
It's something else to keep note of as well here. Cody and Kevin spent some time training together with Buddy Wayne. I don't want to say that they're friends, the old cliche, well, 2 friends, blah, 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 training partners, that type of thing. But think about this. Cody Chhun was already, in many ways, a veteran as compared to Jet Knight when he started out. Jet Knight would have been looking up to Cody Chhun.
And he very much did. Cody was one of Jet's training partners. Jet would stay a little bit after class at the academy. And Cody would be one of the people who would stay in the ring with him and help him get better and to work with him. Jet was willing to put in those extra hours, and Cody Chhun was willing to invest those hours back. And so now for Cody Chhun, for this all to come full circle, and the guy that Cody Chhun spent all these extra hours in the ring with, training, trying to help him improve and get better. And now he's come back and said, hey, I'm thrilled for your success, but I want that success to be my success. I want your championship to become mine.
We saw the two of them shake hands at the outset of the matchup. Jet dumping Cody to the outside. Leap over the top rope down to the floor. Cody with momentum and Jet Knight. Oh, there's a look at why he's got that nickname. What distance on the clothesline with the springboard off the top. Cover. Chhun powers out at 2. The Primolucha International Championship on the line in our main event here tonight. Cody Chhun, the second champion. We mentioned at the start, beat Gringo Loco just about a month ago to capture the title. Gringo Loco was the first ever Primolucha champion. The title was introduced in June of 2023.
Mistaken, I believe you had to beat Ares and Laredo Kid to win that championship.
Yep.
It was no easy task in its own right.
Oh, wow. The height that this guy gets, it's unbelievable. Cover. I mean, every leap, there's a little something extra behind it. It really is something exciting to watch. From sometimes a standing position, he'll get, what, a good, I don't know, 2 feet, 3 feet off the ground. What's a high box jump, Ethan? 36 inches, 40 inches?
Oh, anything between 36 and 42 puts you in the upper level. Jet Knight is hitting 60 inches easily. I mean, he has genuinely one of the highest vertical leaps in professional sports. I mean, he is up there with pro NBA players when it comes to what he can do athletically with his hops.
I'm lucky I can hop up to the 3rd stair when I'm running upstairs to pee. Jet Knight with the abdominal stretch.
He's got that sank in deep, and he's got a little bit of extra time to flex on him.
Run at his mouth. Now, planting himself on Cody's hip. Cody turns that into a hip toss. You know, I was thinking for Jet Knight there, I was convinced he was about to start driving some elbows into Cody's side. Ooh, man, a little twister right on the face. Low shoulder tackle. And
turned into a cruise missile there.
Yeah, but boy, all this posturing, cover, and Cody out at 2. Think about it, the abdominal stretch, perfect opportunity to really take advantage, drive those elbows in, and right there after a little cruise missile type action was John at the fans, was flexing a little bit. He could have gone for the cover and maybe won the matchup. And won the title.
I mean, it's entirely possible. I mean, Jet Knight is not one to lack confidence, and sometimes that can come out as cockiness, as arrogance. But when you're as good as somebody like Jet Knight is, you can be a little cocky. There's a lot of things the New Japan Dojo can beat out of you. Cockiness is not one of them. Jet Knight is living proof of that.
Cody with the left jabs. Wow! Oh, man, another impressive showing of agility on the part of Knight. I think he might have caught Cody in the eye with that kick.
That looked all toe right to the eye. Jet Knight, just that incredible vertical leap and able to turn that into a Pele kick. He's got the champion reeling. Just poised and ready to attack. Picking his spot. He thinks he's got the champion right where he wants him, and we're about to find out if he's right on the money.
tackle. And another by Chhun.
Chhun was able to make some space. Now he's picking up some steam. Planted jet with that drop kick.
Cody's got one of the best single leg drop kicks in the sport, and he's no slouch in the vertical leap department himself.
Oh, not at all.
CEDRIC Chhun, stinger splash in the corner. Knight's a little jelly-legged. Cody again laying in those left jabs.
Lucky lefty, he's a 6 southpaw.
Quick DDT. The champ into the cover.
Jet Knight just barely able to escape that pinning predicament. And if I'm Kevin, I'm thinking maybe getting some space between me and the champion right now. Shake some of those cobwebs out. Cody sizing up Kevin for a kill shot.
Cody might have been thinking brainbuster. Knight sends him into the buckle. Cody catches him with the elbow.
Right up for that cutter. Knight using that vertical leap to his advantage to close that distance.
Again up to the second rope very quickly. Cody trying to hang on. Whoa!
Kevin Knight head and shoulders right into the mat.
Cody rocked himself too.
Yeah, but Kevin Knight might be out cold.
Chhun is up. Knight kind of twitching around on the canvas. Cover, lateral press. And Knight with enough wherewithal to kick out of 2.
What kind of residual damage has he done?
I don't know. I think Cody did quite a bit of damage to himself too. He's boy, Knight now to the outside, just collapses, folds out on the floor as Chhun looking for him, trying to get back to his feet.
That took a lot out of both men. Kevin Knight just writhing in pain. On the outside, trying to get a little reprieve. Cody Chhun's onslaught. There's a shotgun going off in the building. Just took Knight's legs right out from under him. His rope's the only thing holding him up.
Chhun nearly chopped Knight back into the ring. I thought he was going to go right over the top rope and back in even.
Nearly did. This might behoove Kevin Knight to just stay down.
Chhun was... I'm going to assume going
too soon.
I think Chhun was going for the cutter on the apron. Knight able to cut him off. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, no! Oh, no!
They are both down on the floor, and I don't see anybody moving much.
Chhun came down almost flat right on the apron. I can't imagine the type of damage that might be done. The referee's out to check. Wow.
If you could have landed in much worse of a way than those two did. Shame for it to end this way, but we might be looking at a double count out.
Referee is determined that they're both at least with it enough to continue. The 10 count begins, the fans chanting along. Main event here at DEFY New Wave. Primolucha International title is at stake. The champion is Cody Chhun. The challenger is Jet Knight. Both are barely moving. Knight back up. Chhun back up. And
nothing short of a miracle. Either of these guys are back at their feet, having a dogfight.
Both dive in at the 9 count. Chhun could have taken the count out of as well if he wanted.
That is the beauty of the champion's advantage, but that's not the kind of champion CEDRIC Chhun is. This is somebody who every time he steps to those ropes, he is setting out to prove himself. They're just propped up against each other. This is just melting down into a fist fight right now.
Oh. Knight challenging Cody.
Drifting away from a wrestling match and inching closer to a bar fight.
Chhun missed that time.
Knight tagging with some body shots.
Oh! Right into the kidney. Chhun trying to shake it. Yeah, weird.
Oh, he might have got him in the liver right there. That might have been a liver shot. And the referee might have to call this. It'd be a shame for it to end this way. That is a lot of internal organ damage. Some of the greatest fighters in the world have gone down to a liver shot.
Chhun back up, connects with a high knee. And a super
fighting right
kick.
through it.
Looking for the C4 cutter, countered by Knight with a drop kick.
Cody's eyes are just glassed over.
Knight in one bound up to the top rope. Oh, and a frog splash!
God, the height on that, he might as well have been jumping out of the balcony here at Washington Hall.
We might see a new champion. CEDRIC Chhun out at 2 9/10.
I agree, Defiance, I agree.
Yeah, you listen to the Defiance, the fans here in Seattle, and we've talked all night about the new wave. Who's going to carry Defy on their shoulders? Judging by the response from the fans, judging by the competitiveness of this matchup and everything we've seen here tonight, the future certainly looks bright. But does that future include CEDRIC Chhun as the Primolucha International Champion? If Jet Knight has his way, it's one and done for Chhun.
Dear God, he's shaking off the effects of that liver shot, coupled with a frog splash from the heavens.
Caught the super kick. Oh, what a forearm!
Cody, normally a lefty, threw that one with the right. Tried to psych out his old training partner.
Rolled up. Oh, referee saw it. Knight tried to cheat his way to the win with the feet on the ropes for leverage. Credit Devin Campbell.
Not getting one past my cousin Devin Campbell right there. Jet Knight, I think he's trying to protest what he was actually trying to do, but...
The words of the great Denny Lemieux, it's against the rules.
Cody Chhun, gosh. I mean, he is trying to peel himself off the mat.
Figure 4. No, Cody with the inside cradle.
He might have been playing possum there.
Oh, what a super kick. Bridge of the nose, and Chhun. Second ropes looking for the C4, but... Oh my goodness! Frankensteiner by Knight off the top. Big DDT, spike shot on his head.
2 head spikes in a row.
Oh, Cody got his foot on the bottom rope, and that would have been it. Chhun's lucky he landed where he did.
Kevin Diers had his foot on the ropes earlier, trying to secure a victory. Cody got his foot on the ropes to prevent Knight from getting one of his own.
Now Knight getting in the official's face, but Chhun, lucky he ended up where he did, but you have to credit the ring awareness, the wherewithal. Spiked twice on his head, but still had enough wits to realize he was right next to the ropes and save himself and the championship, at least momentarily.
So he is in a bad way right now. There's a lot to rally back from, but if there's anybody in this locker room who can do it, it's definitely Cody Chhun. Incredible bout to close out DEFY New Wave. Two of the hottest up-and-coming athletes in the sport today. The Jet Kevin Knight, CEDRIC Cody Chhun. These two have both survived things that would test anyone's mortality. And they're still here fighting tooth and nail.
Couple of heavy rights there from the challenger. Knight looking Irish whip. Springs off the ropes, cutter! Cutter by Chhun!
Knight is firmly on Dream Street.
Second rope C4 cutter!
Go for the cover.
Jet Knight out at 2 again! That's gonna be devastating for Chhun. That's his go-to maneuver.
And that was 2 cutters back to back on Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight looking for that first victory here at DEFY. Champion in the driver's seat. The challenger struggling to get to his feet. This is the dream scenario for Cody Chhun.
Double leg takedown, jackknife. Reversal. Super kick, oh, right to the bridge of the nose. Knight staggering. Went for a DDT and a sunset flip. Jackknife here by Chhun. Oh, Cody grabbed the second rope. He cut the